Hi, and welcome to Wrong Way. And today, I'm gonna tell you about the 10 most frustrating things for us UC riders. So, let me tell you more about it. Now, of course, in spite of all of these things, we still love to ride a UC, but yeah, I thought I'd make this list for you so you know what you're getting yourself into, or maybe if you're already riding, you can just bond with me a little and be like, we can be sad together. That's always better, right? All right, so the first frustrating thing I wanted to tell you about is pedal clips. What is a pedal clip? Well, when you're riding, you have both of your pedals here, pretty close to the ground, and if there happens to be a tree stump, a stone, or whatever in the way, Emma stone, I don't know, then you might just hit it with your pedal, and then the EUC goes to the side, and you are yeeted into the distance. Not nice. The second thing I wanted to tell you about is related to the function and the existence of the EUC itself, because the second thing that sucks so much in EUCs are cutouts and cutoffs. Now, if you don't know what a cutout is, let me explain. Well, if you have a scooter, e-bike, motorcycle, well, you have two wheels. So it turns out when the motor shuts off for whatever reason and you're going at speed, you just start to coast. Or the motor locks up, that could be also happening. Also not nice. But at EUCs, because we have just one wheel, if this thing shuts off, I shut off too. Now, this doesn't happen as much as it used to be. UCs have gotten a lot more powerful, they have more headroom, they have better motherboards, better electronics, but still, if you ride them in a performance way, so going fast, sometimes you might forget yourself at a low battery, or you do jumps or extreme shit, then it is quite possible that at some point in your AUC riding, not career, in your UC riding experience, you will cut off. And yeah, cutoffs suck. Now, the third thing that is super annoying for us UC riders is putting gear on and off. Now, if you ride any of these in any sort of interesting way, then you should definitely always gear up. All the gear, all the time. And if you're riding somewhere, you're out on a group ride with your buddies and you go to a restaurant, then you will notice the UC restaurant sprawl. So you'll have to take off your helmet, put it somewhere, your knee pads, your armor, like all of this stuff that you have, the backpack, chargers. I mean, there's just so much stuff that you have on you, and putting it on and off is just like, I mean, it has to be done. After a while, it just gets quite a bit annoying. Now, for the fourth thing, imagine this situation. You're geared up, you're all ready to go, you have the road planned, everyone is already getting to your meeting point, and then you turn on your EUC and it is not charged. So forgetting to charge your EUC is the fourth thing, which is super annoying. Now, I know, someone waved back, it was just a 4, not a wave. You know, with bikes, analog bikes, you can't forget to charge them because they just work. I know, I have experience with those acoustic machines. I know they're not acoustic, but I just call them like that for funsies. But yeah, forgetting to charge your EUC while everything is already planned is a disaster. It's very sad and it's tough to get through it. You can quick charge it perhaps a little bit, or you'll just go half of the ride, or most likely you will either not go or you will go somewhere and then have trouble going back. So yeah, super frustrating. Number 5, so many, poof. Okay, I should have put that on a list too, insects going into your face. Number 5, just happened to me once, but it is dreadful. It is having a flat tire on your EUC. Now hear me out, this is very rare on electric unicycles to get a flat tire. Even if you go upstairs, downstairs, you ride through glass, it happens so rarely. Like, throughout maybe 50,000 kilometers of riding on UCs. That happened to me once. And I recently started getting into bicycles, mountain bikes, and it happened to me 3 times within a week, even with the correct pressure. So it is very rare, but if that happens, usually changing a tire on an EUC is not easy. And it's definitely super tough or even not doable to do it somewhere in the wild. So while it happens very rarely, like you always have this, little thought in your mind, I'm somewhere out in the woods, I am just having the time of my life. Please, for the love of big God, just don't let my tire blow, all right? So yeah, always keeps me awake when going on a ride. All right, so number 6 is waiting for your EUC to arrive or your parts to arrive. So listen up, when you order a new EUC, it's best to order it when it's in stock, like for example at OneRide. And yes, there is a 5% discount if you use the code WRONGWAY for your purchase of anything at OneRide. That was kind of smooth. So listen up, if you pre-order a EUC and it just dropped, it's the newest thing out there, then you want to get it and you want to have it as fast as you can. But wait, no, it's not as fast as it seems to be. Now, you might wait first for the shipping. Well, that's what you always wait for. But then maybe there's delays with the shipping, maybe there's delays with customs, maybe then there's even more delays with whatever. The wait for a pre-ordered EUC is horrible. It can be super frustrating. That's why I always prefer to get something that is already in stock. Same thing applies to parts. Now, if you, again, get it at OneRide, then they have plenty of parts in stock, so they just ship them right away. But if you already have an EUC from somewhere else, or there's some sort of particular part that is very hard to get, then, well, you'll need to wait as well. Now, this is also getting better with time when they ship the items through, just plain cargo, but sometimes it might also take ages, and then you have just your EUC and you just wait for parts. It is not as easy to get the parts for EUCs as it is for getting a brake pad or brake caliper for a bicycle. Number 7 on the list is of course not unique to electric unicycles, but it still sucks, and that is slipping somewhere. Now again, it doesn't happen so often because the grip of EUCs is surprisingly good, but if it happens, you're just riding somewhere in the wet and there turns out to be a big patch of sand, or it wasn't raining for a while and then suddenly with the rain it's super slippery. It can also happen while braking on a bike, so nothing out of the ordinary, but well, it just comes with this machine that when turning a bit too sharply, if the surface isn't that grippy, well, you might just fall on your butt. Number 8 on the list is encountering stairs while you're somewhere inside, or perhaps you need to just carry the EUC up a flight of stairs. So not every stair set has, well, most of them don't, have like something in the middle where you can just ride up. No, particularly if you're going to a friend's house and they just have no elevator and they like live on the 3rd floor, most likely you will need to just either eat that thing up or you push it up. So it's not the end of the day, because like going down, you just sort of do this, and when going up you can just sort of push it up. It rides up if you just do it the correct way, not the wrong way. So while it's not the end of the world, pushing a 50-kilogram device like this is it's a bit annoying, isn't it? So it's best to like leave it outside, or just have friends who live on the ground floor, or have an elevator. So I guess that's the first thing you ask if you meet someone as a potential friend. You just ask them, hey, buddy, have an elevator? Because it's my criteria for being a friend. Oh wait, look where we arrived. So nice in here. So pretty. Another thing that is quite frustrating about EUCs, oh, sheesh, those insects today, and it's yet at the same time one of the most common issues with them are broken bearings. Now, picture this: you go out for a ride. It's a bit rainy, the road is wet, then you come back home, everything is fine, you ride the next day, and when you're riding, you hear just like a huge Am I riding a train? Is there a tram nearby? No, it's your EUC and the bearings are busted because some dirt got into them because of the just water seeping in and or possibly rusting. Yeah, I mean, this issue is also getting much more rare or much more fixed than it used to be. But even so, still, maybe after 2,000, maybe after 5,000 kilometers, maybe after 10,000, or maybe never. We'll see. Probably at some point though. Your bearings will start to wear out, they will start to make a sound, and then you need to change them. And that's most likely, for like 98% of you riders out there, a thing you cannot do at home. So you need to bring it for repair there. And for that, it's good to have a one ride. Last but definitely not least, I will summarize as the forbidden areas. So EUCs are a pretty new sport. Some consider them as toys, some consider them as nice performance machines for responsible people, some consider them as death traps, and sometimes, therefore, if you get into a new area, like for example a fenced skate park or a bike park, then people might be like, well, we don't know what it is, we don't know how it behaves, we don't know what it does, so let's just outright ban it. It doesn't happen often because people are usually super friendly towards EUCs, but I had a couple of situations. Well, let me tell you a story. I went to a contest where there were just bikes allowed and e-bikes, and I also went there, I asked the organizer, can I be there? I'm on an EUC. And they were like, yeah, sure, here's your number. Here you can join in, there's the races, we will time you and everything. I was like, cool, I love this spirit, like shred on. Bicycles, you know, EUCs unite, we love it. I made all of the contests there, I joined in, and I recorded it all. And afterwards, when I published the video, they were like, listen, you know this contest where you joined in, right? Don't publish a video because it's not allowed to ride at EUC there. It's like, what? So you allow me to join in, but you also don't allow me to join in? Like, what's the catch here? And I get it at times. Like, there's a place where it's, we're not supposed to ride, but it's some areas like where it's, just an empty skate park or a bike trail, because those things, they don't rip up the trail like, Cityrons do, or like super powerful hub-motored e-bikes. Like, those things are friendly. Like, they might look mean, but they're friendly. Nevertheless, it might just happen to be that you're in this unlucky spot, and then you know what to do. Should I continue arguing? Should I continue getting here? Should I have fun or not? Should I feel ousted and sad? Like, probably I will feel ousted and sad, but it's just part of this new sport. I guess like snowboarding was back in the day, or skateboarding. People are just like, I would just say no just in case, all right? So yeah, that's pretty frustrating, and I have no idea. Oh, this could have been a pedal clip. Look at that. Boom. Or maybe not, but it was, that would have been close. That's point one for you right there. Dodged the bullet right there. Or dodged the tree stump. So I guess that is the end of the road, and it will be also the end of this video. How great of a timing is that? So let me know in the comments if there's anything else that is frustrating about EUCs, or great about EUCs for that matter. I think I could do probably another 10-point list at some point, so let me know if you'd be interested in something like that. Oh, tree stump. But if you're still here, leave a like on the video. Subscribe to see more content like this. I'll see you in the next video. See you soon.